Obispo and had developed a penchant for getting high at 5 a.m. I spent my time with him mainly A, not eating, B, checking the status of my hip bones, C, hiding from his alpha roommates. I'd wander around town cosplaying as a girl next door, hitting up TJ Maxx like a normal American girl in a normal American world. Far from a singing career, close to failure, I was a bulimic college dropout with no family. Except there was family. My mum, who I called in desperation to book my plane ticket home. Things went sour fast, and my high school sweetheart turned to aspartame dust. I took the train to Hollywood, like a cliché, and rode the Amtrak like I was in the lap of luxury, relieved to have escaped the tension of a reunion gone bad. Hollywood Boulevard smelt like the apocalypse, and the pale winter light added to my feeling of dissociation, of not being real anymore, of life being a numb game. I could have died and not felt anything. I spent my days visiting emo stores on Melrose, dodging drug addicts on trains, and shopping at Forever 21. On my last night, I caught my reflection, a silver light bouncing off ribs protruding crudely from my back. It was then that I realized the jig was up. My plan to be thin hadn't worked. I didn't make him love me. Years later, we met again at the Roosevelt Hotel, two old friends sharing the same soul connection we'd had in high school. He told me when he'd seen the Hollywood video he'd felt sick. Because I'd achieved my dreams, because I wasn't a lunatic. And somehow, it healed a forgotten part of me. He was the only one I'd ever told about my dreams. I was no longer a victim. I had been redeemed. No longer a dropout. He had seen me succeed. And finally, I wasn't who I was at 17 anymore. Pain eraser. The things I need to write about are the things I'm scared to write about, lest they blow up my life and everything I tried so hard to save, mend, bury, heal. Death by Panamera. I have a private list I tell no one about, of terrible things that might never happen to me. A supernova inventory of star-sharp fears that explodes and expands when things get out of hand. Top of the list, 1, careening off a cliff, when I'm 56 in a 911 Carrera. 2, having no friends, being forgotten in the end. Would death be avoided if I drove a Panamera? 3, depending on strangers, growing older alone, having kids, being trapped in a life I don't own. 4, remaining child-free and living in peace, but never knowing love as dazzling or deep. 5 is the strangest one on the list. I'm scared to be happy. I'm scared that I'll miss being sad even though I so want to be free. But I've known it so long, I don't want it to leave. And I guess that's the end of a list I don't need. Proof of time. I'm searching for proof of time, searching for the scent I smell in Athens, soaked into city walls, marble floors, cafeteria, and the skin of centenarians. Searching for proof of a society that existed, pre-lip fillers and pre-butts lifted, but it's gone. 10,000 years wiped off the hard drive, eradicated, by a human drive to survive at any cost. All civilizations start from zero anyway, so why would it be any different in LA? Proof is torn down here and quickly replaced by shiny white boxes, flat featureless shrines, homages to linear anodyne lines. It is a plastic Parthenon, an ode to its ancient ancestors, Mickey and Minnie. Psychedelic pink skies render films obsolete, whilst valleys lie mutely, locked under concrete, below ancient trails of the Tongva tribe, and their lifeline rivers that now run dry. And finally, I find proof of time. It's faint like a hint of jasmine in the dark.